Hi there, Matt here again. Right, so a bit of a hobby update on the Barons War retinue that I'm creating, the Byzantines. I went with the Byzantines originally, and so far I've got a retinue of about 40 to 50 figures, a whole range of different figures. Most of them are from Fireforge, but I've added to the retinue these guys from V&V Miniatures, which I bought off Mezzer's Miniatures if you want to check him out. And I'll just take you through exactly what I've done so far. So basically, these are the Cataphracts. These are the Byzantine Cataphracti, okay, the heavy cavalry of the Byzantines at the time. So I've got quite a few with, well, got some of them with spears, okay, or rather lances. One guy coming in with a sword, okay, and I really like the way these have turned out. Okay, they're really great figures, V&V. My favourite is probably the standard bearer, and what I probably should have done before I took this video is I probably should have put the standard on him. I've got the standard all ready to go, the Byzantine standard. Okay, it looks like this, and this will go on the standard. So eventually what I'll do is I will put together my entire army, my entire Byzantine retinue, and show you exactly how they look. So he is the standard bearer, okay, for this small force of cavalry. So that will basically be the heavy cavalry unit for the Byzantines. And if I just bring forward, oh, just knocked him over. If I just bring forward one of the other horsemen as well, so you can get a better close-up of that. Okay, so they were relatively easy to paint, to be honest. Used contrast paints on most of them. I used lead belcher for the metal, and then I sorry about the shakes. I used basilicum grey to give them a wash. Okay, and this is how they turned out. So very happy with the results. Okay, I know a lot of people out there don't like fully mailed or fully armoured horsemen. Okay, which is why probably a lot of people stay away from things like Wars of the Roses, but I don't mind these guys. Okay, they've got a bit more character. Okay, I quite like them. Okay, here's the guy with the sword. Just bring him to the front so you can see him as well. Okay, so he's obviously going to be the leader of the unit. Okay, nice Eastern curved sword. Okay, you'd expect from the Byzantines. They were obviously, they were basically Greek, weren't they? Originally, the Byzantines. I think Byzantium was a small Greek settlement that found itself as the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire. Okay, so these Byzantine Cataphracti, they are around for quite a long time, probably from all the way from the 7th century all the way up to the 12th century. I think they were even fighting well against the Ottomans, well into the 14th century. So, they were around for a very long time. So I'm hoping I can use them in pretty much any period I want. So I could probably use them in Dark Ages battles, and I could certainly use them in Barons War, which is about 12th and 13th century. Okay, so the second unit that I put together, and I actually this is only half of this unit, is the Varangian Guard. Okay, and here they are, the Varangian Guard. Now again, V&V Miniatures. Alright, and these, I absolutely love these figures, these sculpts. They're wonderful sculpts from V&V Miniatures. They are a bit fiddly. Alright, if you're not used to resin, if you've only ever worked with metal and plastic, then resin might come a bit of a shock to you, because it is a little bit brittle. Be very, very careful when you're assembling these. They will break easily, but resin just does give a slightly more better quality of detail, I think, okay, than plastic or metal. Okay, and I'm surprised I'm saying that, because I'm actually a lover of plastics. Oh my god, he's got a bit of a scratch on his shield there. Oh, okay, I'll fix that later. Okay, or maybe you should have that. Okay, now, so I've spoken a little bit about the Varangian Guard before. They basically were northmen. Okay, they were, you know, Danes and Vikings and Saxons as well, who came down to the to Russia. I think, well, I can't remember the area they were in, Livonia or something like that, and they settled in that region, and then they basically were sent by the king of that region down to Byzantium as a gift, really. But they worked as mercenary guards to the Byzantium emperors. Basil especially had a unit of them, and one of the reasons why the Byzantium emperors used them is because they were mercenaries. Okay, they were working for pay, and there was a lot of disloyalty and a lot of intrigue and political intrigue within the Byzantium Empire, and in order to have a unit of troops that he could rely on, the emperor used northern mercenaries, basically. And they're all sculpted with the classic Dane axe, yeah, which is the classic weapon of the Varangian Guard, and which is quite nice. It actually does appear in Baron's War as well, so they will be equipped with a Dane axe and possibly a medium shield on their back. They've all got swords as well, so if they want to stop being quite so slow with the Dane axe, they can actually whip out a sword for a bit more speed. Okay, so yeah, again, V&V miniatures. Really nice sculpts. Okay, really nice miniatures. Okay, very pleased with the outcome on these. Okay, so essentially that is my heavy, the heavy units of my Byzantine retinue. Okay, so these are my heavy units. So these are the guys that I'm going to be sending in when, you know, things have gone tits up. Probably shouldn't have said that word. Things have failed. Okay, and these are the heavy units. Okay, so these will go alongside my bowmen and my spearmen and my swordsmen. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed seeing these. Okay, just get a bit of a better close-up of them. Okay. And like I say, I actually, before I shot this video, I really should have put the banner on that guy. But what I'll do is I'll put the banner on him, and then I'll do another updated video where I go through my entire Byzantine retinue, and I kind of talk about it in terms of Baron's War. So I'll kind of divide it up into Baron's War units, and I'll give you points values and things like that. Okay, so I'm hoping that it should be around 1,000 points. They say that that is the kind of typical number for the game, which is to have a kind of average game. So 1,000 points. So we'll see how these guys fit into that. These guys are going to be quite a few points within 1,000, because we're talking elite troops here. We're talking, you know, heavy shot cavalry, and we're talking elite guard. So these guys will be quite a few points as part of that 1,000 points. Okay. Like I say, I did also, just to say, I have got another 4 of these. So this is only half of the Varangian Guard. Okay, I have got another 4 of these to assemble. Okay, but like I say, they were no trouble at all to assemble. They do have a kite shield with them as well, just in case you want a bit of variety. I don't think I'm going to go with the kite shield, because I've given the kite shield to some of the other troops, the Byzantines, and I think I just want to keep the Varangian Guard as Norsemen, as you know, Norsemen and Saxons, and keep them with that kind of different flavour, just so they stand out a little bit on the battlefield. I might also try and get hold of some Viking transfers, because I know that out there are Varangian Guard transfers, and for the shields, and basically they look exactly the same as Vikings. They've got things like crows and rooks on them and things like that. Okay, and dragons. So I might get hold of some of those as well, just to put on the shields. Okay, so this is just a hobby update. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I've been doing so far with my Varangians and with my Cataphracts, my Byzantine Cataphracts. Yeah, I can't wait to play this game, to be honest. In fact, I can't wait to field these guys in any other system at all. You know, there's also, you know, I could probably get these guys into line rampant, or if I build up a much bigger force, maybe even Hail Caesar at some point as well. Okay, so hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and I will see you later.